Hi Anu, hi Jens. This is Dr. Nivedita here. Am I audible?
Yes.
All right. So I am pretty new to it. I've taken a sound bath and a session with Anu, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it and felt really so light post that. But for me, I can say I'm somebody who is completely a novice. I don't really understand how it works, what actually a gong is. And in this class, which is going to happen in November, is it just going to be one gong? There are going to be multiple gongs. Are there going to be bowls also included in the class? I mean, what is the module like? If you can throw light on that.
Thank you for this. Thank you for the question. So for sure, there will be as much instrument as somehow is possible. So there will be gongs, singing bowls, tuning forks, other instruments for everyone, so that we can all practice at the same time. So in this moment, I cannot tell exactly the numbers, but we are working on this, and I'm very sure that with our partners, we will have a very nice equipped class. It is my purpose to really cover all of the spectrum of existing instruments. So it's like a really well, it's like a filled up. It's a very, let's say, rich class from its topic, and I'm trying to integrate as much as possible, even to melody instruments like tongue drum. But for sure, we will use the tuning forks as a most effective instrument to apply sound healing. So like it for sure will include shamanic drums, because when you play sound, it's very important you have a basic idea of how to provide a rhythm as well. So yes, singing bowls, of course, as much as possible. There will be, and then like there is one thing. It's kind of good news. There are so many new instruments in the world, like of all kinds, like beautiful swinging chimes, beautiful like koshis, shanties, and tantulas. So many new instruments that even if you come to the class, you will experience instruments you have probably not seen before. And all these instruments are very, let's say, I will hand out the protocols so that you know what to do with these instruments in the process of sound experience, sound meditation, or sound healing. And I will discuss the different activities, sound massage, a sound healing circle, a sound meditation, a sound concert. All these are different things that give us a lot of options to unfold our creativity. Does
Thank
it
you.
answer your question?
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. And one more question also that comes to my mind. Is there a lot of theory associated with this? Will we get some notes to kind of go through, or it's just going to be learning in the class where, or we'll have some backup of some notes?
I think the question was if we have backup of notes.
Yeah,
This is
some
what the
theory.
question.
Yeah, theory.
Well, you can well yes. Well, I probably have the let's say the biggest library, and it's very important. Like, well, for some people it is important that they get this a structure of how to get into these let's say the academical history of sound healing. And you can be very sure that after the class there will be uh, you will have access and sources to more information than probably before. So the structure in the last years changed a little bit. Like before, I was, let's say, handing out paper sheets, and so people had the sheets, but uh, uh, but also I realized, so when I hand out papers, people will look at the graphics on the papers, and they will not look kind of look to me, and they spend the time with the papers rather being open. So at least minimum of the half. But now what I realized, and this was particular in China, worked so well that using the digital device, I really recommend to bring tablets and smartphone, and then we will build up because we will touch many topics, and then and then and then when we get to a like a certain name, a topic, it's very easy to set up the sources, the websites, or the collection of the main words and to interact. And I have very good experience that in the moment we start, it is like we start our community, the special interest community. We start a sharing process, and sometimes this will even go on and go on, so that we are not only ourselves, but like us being in a group of same-minded people with the same interest. And I found it very effective to use, yes, like to use WhatsApp groups, Telegram group, or Google Datas, and it's got so much more than just handing out a sheet. But for Alibi, of course, there will be a sheet.
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I want to share here again that the best part of everything in my training with Jens was that he made us play live for people at the end of the training. We actually, um, it was a very humbling experience. Everything that you've done gets into practical place, and everything that is practical is explained, and you do have something to fall back on, and you can go back to the notes and stuff like that. So it depends how you want to take it. For me, that was the best part. Not just that I could do sound massage for someone. That is very different way of looking at it altogether and doing it. Uh, but that whole night that we played for people, and people were just lying down and we were playing for them, was such an amazing experience. It opened up my soul, and it opened up a part of me that I never knew could open up the way it did. So thank you. Really deep regard for what you have brought in my life.